Oh yup. Oh yup. I love this car, man. Alright guys, we got the car here looking real nice. Sheesh. 7 months later. This thing looks sick. Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for those of you who are new, don't forget to subscribe down below if you do enjoy today's video. Today I'm gonna be giving you guys my 6-month updates of ownership with the M5. We actually just hit 7 months this month, so like a week or two ago. I got the car on August 16th. So yeah, we just hit 7 months. I posted on my story if you guys had any questions or anything about the M5. I got a few questions from you guys about like ownership, like gas consumption, maintenance, just how much it really costs to maintain a car like this, and you know, just stuff like that, reliability. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of questions from you guys that I'm gonna answer in this video. So first off, I got the car 7 months ago. I got it with 27, almost 28,000 miles. It's now 7 months later, and unfortunately I literally just hit 10,000 miles that I've put on the car, which kind of sucks because obviously I don't want to put so many miles on the car, you know what I mean, but it makes sense. I am dailying the car. I've been dailying it for 7 months, literally driving it pretty much every single day, but I do plan on getting a second car soon, so you know, the miles are going to slow down. But anyways, yeah, 10,000 miles, 7 months, literally no problems at all. So when I first got the car, the only thing that I was doing, actually I didn't do anything at all. Once I tuned it with JB4, I started bogging out when I would do like wide open throttle and change the plugs. Problem solved. And literally after that, I've had no issues at all. Literally nothing has been going on with the car at all. I haven't had any problems, and yeah, I'm just super thankful because, you know, when you're looking into buying a car like this, which is worth so much money, and obviously I've never owned a car like this, so I don't really know too much about it. It's kind of scary seeing all those stuff on the forums of like, oh, it's a nightmare owning this car, or BMW's worst V8 engine or whatever, you know what I mean? It kind of scares people away to not buy a car like this. And I think a lot of that is just based on how people maintain their cars and how they take care of them. People like to do the oil changes every 8-10,000 miles, and to me, I mean, you go ahead, you know what I mean, it's your car, you can do whatever you want, but I like to do my oil changes every 3 to 4. And at that point, the oil is already like super dark, especially because I daily it. Obviously, if you don't daily it, an oil change it lasts you like maybe a whole year. Maybe people put 3,000-4,000 miles on their car in a year, which is cool because I know a lot of people like to garage these cars and just use them on the weekends and stuff, which is my plans in the near future. But yeah, first off, 7 months, 10,000 miles, literally zero issues at all. All right, so I'm on my phone right now. I took a picture of all the questions you guys had, and we're gonna start with the first one: gas cost. I do spend a lot of money on gas on this car, guys, for the same reason that I daily it. Obviously, if you don't daily it, you're gonna save a lot of money on gas. But just for example, so obviously you can daily it and just drive like 5-10 miles a day, but then you can daily it and actually go out on like drives and trips and all this stuff, canyon runs. I do pump roughly, if I drive it or not, I want to say I pump twice a week. Sometimes I'll pump even more, and when I do pump, especially right now that gas prices are going up, that's like 70 bucks. So that's like 140 bucks a week. If I don't drive it too much, then I'll just pump like once a week, and then I'll pump again like towards the end of the week, almost like the week later. So yeah, usually I pump like 140 a week or so, 120 to 140. And then if I drive it a lot, then obviously I have to pump again. And every time I pump gas, I fill up my tank. So just like, so you guys know, I just prefer to fill up the tank. I feel like it lasts longer like that. But then again, I don't beat on the car, but I don't always drive it super calm. Sometimes, you know, I'm just having fun here and there, and obviously miles per gallon go down. I usually get around like 10 to, I want to say 15 miles per gallon. If I'm really cruising for a long time, it can go up to like 17. You know, I'm cruising and then having fun and then cruising and stuff. Average like 12-13 miles per gallon, which is not the worst, but obviously it's not the best for a car that you want it daily. So I don't know exactly how many miles it'll last, but usually a full tank says it'll give me like around like 380 miles or so. Again, I don't know exactly how long that lasts. I don't know if it's actually giving me those 380, but it usually says 380. You guys did ask how much I pay for insurance. For this car on full coverage, I do pay $190 insurance, which is not that bad, but it is a little bit up there. Gas compared to the 535. Obviously, it's the same car. I think it has the same gas tank capacity. So when I would fill up, I think it would still fill up with like 60 to 70 bucks, but it would last a lot longer. I can probably get away with pumping once a week on the 535. Again, I used to daily that car and pretty much drive it every single day, and I was doing a lot of like long drives and canyon runs and stuff, so just so you guys can know. That's what I've been doing, or that's what I was doing a lot with the 535. Somebody said, which car is more daily friendly between this and my old 535? I would say they're about the same, but it kind of hurts a little bit more to put miles on this one compared to the 535. But it may be that for me, because the 535, I literally got it with 140,000 miles. I sold it with 100 and I think 80 or 170, and I had it for like a year, maybe just over a year. So damn, I put a lot of miles on that car. I think I had it for like a year and a half, and I put like 30,000 miles. Damn, I think it hurts a little bit more to put the miles on this one than it did on my other car. But again, maybe that could just be because the other car I had already got it with a lot of miles, and this one I've got it with low miles. But yeah, besides that, they're both about the same. This one does waste a little bit more gas, but honestly, I love this car. When you want it to drive comfortable, it drives super comfortable. When you want it to drive fast, it drives really fast. So yeah, I love this car. Here are the questions, by the way, guys. You guys can see gas cost, insurance, money spent on gas, insurance per month, monthly average, gas cost, crowd reaction. Not really a question, Rano. Which car is more daily friendly? Now here, major differences from a 535 to an M5. What would you change at any future mods? See, major differences, I would say honestly, like major differences, the interior. For some reason, the interior just feels so much nicer on the M5. I know a big part of that is because they use such, like, this leather is so much different than the leather used in like the 535. Maybe because mine was older, I don't know. I haven't seen any like newer 535s, so I couldn't really tell you. But this leather is so much nicer, more premium, but at the same time it's so soft that it's so easily scratchable. You guys can see that hurt my heart so much. But even the seats and everything, the leather is just so much different. You guys will be able to tell too, like the leather on the 535 is so much more textury, and this is just like so much smoother. I don't know exactly why they would use different leathers, but yeah, the interior on this car just feels so much more premium than it did on my car. This is a 2015, my other car was a 2011, so that could be a big reason why. Besides that, I didn't have the black headliner. Now I have the Alcantara headliner, which makes a huge difference. It just makes you feel more like closed into your car. These seats make you feel so much more like snug. I don't know. Honestly, you would just have to drive a 535 and an M5 to really understand what I'm talking about. But the interior is a huge difference from the 535i in my opinion. It just, I don't know, something about this one just feels so much nicer, so much more premium, so much more comfortable, so much more sporty. Like, I don't know, just something about the interior is just so much different than the 535. Besides that, honestly, the only other major difference is obviously the engine. I did have this bumper on my 535, and for some reason I feel like it looks so much better on the actual M5 than it did on mine, even though it was literally the same exact style. Besides that, there's really not a huge difference body wise, in my opinion. I know another really big difference is the mirrors. These mirrors are like so much different than the 5 Series. Like, you would really have to pay attention to it and see it in person, but they're like completely different mirrors. Like they're like completely redesigned. But yeah, besides that, you know, just like the engine, the sound of the car, I loved the way my 535 sounded, but like the V8 in this just sounds so good in my opinion. I remember when I had my 535, my brother got his 550, and I was like, damn, I really liked the V8 sound that he had on his 550. And I think that's what pushed me even further to like working to get this car instead of the 535. But like, yeah guys, like I just love this car so much. Regular version or TU, which one should I go with? M5. Is the M5 a long-term car? Okay, so don't quote me on this, but I think the 2015 and 16 are already TUs. I do have the 15. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure the 14 isn't TU. I think that's just a regular S63. I would go at least with the 14 and up. I know the 2013 had a lot of problems, especially if you're getting it used and the previous owner maybe didn't really maintain the car that good. I would try to stay away from it. I know there's already a lot of issues fixed on the 2014, so that's like a big plus. But yeah, I mean, if you find a good deal and you can purchase a newer one like a 15 or 16 with the S63 TU, I would definitely go with it, just to have that peace of mind that your engine is a little bit more reliable than the previous years. But yeah, even then though, I've seen a lot of people on Instagram with M5s that were 2013, and they make it seem like they had no issues at all. So who knows, maybe there's not a lot of issues. I just heard of there being a lot of issues, especially with 2013. So yeah, that's one thing. Is the M5 a long-term car? I don't know if it's a long-term car for everybody, but I definitely plan on keeping this car if I can. You know, if financially I can, I hope to keep this car for the rest of my life and still have money to buy other cars to build, other dream cars that I may have. I really want to keep this car for the rest of my life because this is my first dream car, and I just want to keep it forever. I really don't want to get rid of it at all, and I'm hoping I never have to. That's in my plans, never getting rid of the M5. So yeah, is it a long-term car for everybody? I don't know, but it's gonna be my long-term car, and you guys will see my journey with this car, and hopefully I don't really get too many issues. But yeah, how's the reliability on it? Like I said, guys, I've been owning this car for 7 months, 10,000 miles, and I've had literally 0 issues with it. How much oil do you consume? Love your videos and car, Anthony. First off, thank you, I really appreciate it. And how much oil do I consume? So I have been changing my oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. I think when you do the oil change, it's like 9 quarts, and then like 2,000 to 3,000 miles later, I put like another quart. But yeah, for the most part, it doesn't really consume too much oil. It's pretty good on that. Ownership costs, reliability, and gas. So again, I kind of just talked about that, guys. Ownership costs, I really don't pay too much. I do my regular oil changes. Besides that, don't really have to do any maintenance. I do plan on doing the coils soon, and with that I will probably do the spark plugs again. But besides that, there's not really a lot of ownership costs, guys. I do pay my monthly bill on the car. I do pay my insurance, which is the reason why I don't have so much money for mods. But yeah, gas, again, I pump usually like twice a week. And reliability, it's been super reliable, thank God, and hopefully it stays that way. What's the mileage, and has it been a lot to maintain? So once again, mileage, I got it with 27, almost 28, and I just hit 37. I'm about to hit 38 soon, which, you know, sucks. I know a lot of people try to not really say that because they don't want people to know how many miles it has and stuff, which I was kind of like that in the beginning, but you know what, I mean, it is what it is. You guys are going to be here the whole build. You guys will see when I hit 50, 60, 70, 100,000 miles. So yeah, I just hit 37. I'm about to hit 38 soon, and I've had, thank God, 0 issues so far. And yeah, just, again, hopefully it stays that way. And no, it has not been a lot to maintain, thankfully. Do you recommend people to upgrade to an M5? Honestly, I know a lot of people are not in the position to go from a 535i to an M5. I at one point was not in that position, and thankfully, you know, I was able to, and I'm so thankful for that, and obviously still super humble. But if you guys are in the position where you can and you won't really financially stress yourself, or you know, just, well, you'll be able to comfortably upgrade, do it, guys. This car is so much fun, guys. This car is just amazing, and one of the main reasons I got it is because it's my dream car and I've always wanted an M5. But yeah, if you guys are in a position where you can comfortably upgrade, go for it. I'm not gonna tell you guys not to do it. Like, just go for it. Just make sure it's not something you will regret later. And when you do upgrade, make sure to check on the maintenance, check up on the car, make sure everything's good, because the last thing you want to do is upgrade and then be in this little like financial pickle where the car's broken down and you don't have money to fix it and all that stuff. If you can comfortably upgrade, and you know, if stuff happens, you'll be fine. Honestly, just go for it, guys. This car is something else. We had a few questions from my girl here. A whole bunch, actually. All right, let's see. Who's your favorite passenger? You are, obviously. If you were to change one thing about your car, what will it be? So there's 2 things right now that I really want to change. Not really change, just I would say fix, I guess. I know you guys have seen the front bumper has a lot of rock chips. I just really want to get that painted already. I just have a lot of trust issues with paint shops because I've had to paint my cars already like 3 times. The color was not the same. The color matching was horrible, and I don't want to go through that again. So I'm kind of like iffy about really painting it, so I kind of want to wrap it. But yeah, I really love this color of this car. The front bumper really bugs me so much. Yo, somebody tell Fresh Kicks to sponsor me, man. I got stars on my bumper too. Yo, I'm trying to get rid of the stars in the bumper. I want stars on my headliner. Somebody told Fresh Kicks to sponsor me. But yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is that I really want to change my clutch already. I want to upgrade it because, so I'm kind of like at the max that the car can really go power wise. Because of the clutch, I don't want to really do too much more because I don't want the clutch to go out on me, and then I have to let the car sit and save up money to actually be able to replace it. Those are just 2 things that I really want to change. Besides that, I love the car, I love everything about it, and there's really nothing I would change about it. What's your biggest fear happening to your car? Nobody wants to just wake up one day or just go on a drive one day and come back home to a rod knock or something, because that would literally like crush my heart. Nah, but yeah, I'd say that's probably my biggest fear, or somebody crashing into me, because I'm really trustful of myself to not crash. You just can't trust everybody on the road, and honestly, if somebody crashes into me one day, that's I have no idea what I'm gonna do, because like the car will literally never be the same, especially if they crash into like the quarter panel or something. Like, that's just like such a pain in the ass, man. Like, to be able to have to go through that. But yeah, those are probably my biggest fears with the car. I'm really hopeful that the car will last me a long time because I really take care of it a lot. I know it might not seem like that on camera and stuff because I'm driving crazy and stuff, but I really take care of the car a lot. I always warm it up before I actually go on a drive, and you know, I do my oil changes. Yeah, I really take care of the car, so I'm really hopeful that the engine will last me a very long time. So that's not really a really huge fear, but I'm pretty sure that's everybody's biggest fear. It's just like a rod knock. Are you planning on getting rid of it in the near future? Nope, never getting rid of it. Like I said, hopefully I'm in a position in the future where I don't have to get rid of it and I can continue to get more builds for the channel and stuff like that. That would be amazing, and I never want to get rid of this car. What's the most expensive mod you want to do to your car? Honestly, probably one of the most expensive mods I would say is either the clutch, because the clutch is expensive. I think the clutch itself is like 3,000 plus labor is like 45, so upwards of 5 grand. Besides that, I would say turbos. I think turbos would go around like 3 to 4 grand, and I would like to swap those myself actually because they're literally right on top. So yeah, I would probably swap my turbos myself, but I think the turbos themselves are like 3 to 4 grand plus, like if you need anything else for the swap, like that's extra money too. But yeah, those are probably the most expensive mods that I would do to my car. What made you love the M5? So most of you don't know this, but my first ever car was a 530i. And my dad actually bought that car like long time ago, way before I even learned how to drive. And it was a base 530i. They're not the nicest things in the world, but my dad actually did a whole M5 body kit, and I kind of just fell in love with that body. That E60 M5 looks super nice in my opinion, but at that time I really didn't know too much about cars. I didn't even know anything about the M5s and stuff, but that body was just so nice to me, and that was actually my first car. My dad actually gifted me that car. It was an E60 530i with the M5 body kit, and it looks so nice. The color on it and everything was so nice. I'll probably put a picture up here if I find one. But yeah, after that I started getting more into cars, and I started looking more into M5s, and I just fell in love with the body and like the engine and everything about the M5, which was an E60. And then after that I sold that one. I got my F10 535, and I fell in love with that body style. And then obviously we have the M5, same body style, besides it being like a little bit wider and stuff, but pretty much the same exact body style. And like the engine is like a 4.4 V8 twin turbo. Like, what is there not to love about this car? Honestly, I know a lot of people don't really like sedans, especially as a race car or whatever, but yeah, like I don't know, I just fell in love with this car. There's just everything about it. I love the F10 body style. Like, to me the F10 is one of the most like nicest BMWs ever made. Sedans, 4-door, like this thing is just so nice. But yeah, I don't know, I just love this car so much. What's something you wish you'd change on it? Something I wish I would change would probably just be the front bumper. I really want to paint that already. Either that or just wrap the whole car. If I don't end up painting it, I might even be wrapping it somewhere around the middle of this year, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, who knows. But yeah, besides that, that's pretty much it. Are you planning on selling your car? Again guys, I'm really never planning on selling my car. I love this car so much, and I plan on keeping it for the rest of my life. And I think this is the last question. Does it feel too big of a car for a daily driver? Honestly, when you first start driving the car, yeah, it kind of does. It's a really big car, but once you get used to it, no, it doesn't feel too big. It feels, honestly, it feels perfect. You know, it's usually just me and my girl, so we don't even need a sedan, but I just love having the space. And having all the space with this engine, you know, the car's fast, it's big, and it moves. So yeah, honestly, I just love having the 4-door space, even though it's just always me and my girl for the most part. But yeah, I don't really think it's too big of a car. I've driven my sister's Mustang, 2017 EcoBoost Mustang, and that car feels huge. Like the way the car's set up when you're sitting in the driver's seat, like the car just looks super wide. I've driven that car a few times, and I can't get used to how wide that car feels when you're driving it. This one feels a lot less wide. Yeah, this car does not feel too big for a daily driver. But yeah guys, this actually might be kind of a long video, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to answer. You guys had a pretty good questions, and most of those questions were things that I wanted to like pretty much tell you guys myself. Super thankful and humbled to be able to own a car like this at just 20 years old. I literally got it right before I turned 20, so technically I got this car at 19 years old. So yeah, super thankful, super humbled, and yeah, I'm super thankful for everybody that just still supports the channel and stuff. It really means a lot, guys. Sometimes, you know, I think of my channel, I'm like, damn, I barely have 4,500 subscribers, but I really started YouTube not even thinking I would get 500 or 1,000. I know this is something everybody says, but I really started it not thinking I would get 500 or 1,000, at least not this soon. And now I'm at 45, and you know, I didn't expect to be at 4,500 at this time. So yeah, sometimes you just got to think about like your accomplishments and stuff. And yeah, I just really appreciate all of you guys for always watching, supporting, and you know, leaving that thumbs up, commenting down below. It really means a lot. Every single comment just really means a lot to me. But yeah, this is my 6th month, kind of 7th month ownership update. Thankfully, I've had no problems at all. Unfortunately, I already got 10,000 miles in the car. But yeah, honestly, just no complaints from this side. I just love this car so much. Literally, like, I'm pretty sure people get tired of me saying that, but sheesh. Oh, look-y, I might take a picture like this. This car just looks so good from every single angle. Like, just tell me this doesn't look nice, man. Jeez, this thing is so sick. All right, guys, with all that being said, yeah, I just want to bring you guys a little ownership update of the car. 6 months later, you know, maintenance, costs, gas, reliability, all that stuff. Hopefully I answered a lot of you guys' questions in this video. If you guys do have a few more, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to get to you guys. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you guys want to see. Don't forget, 5,000 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway. Not too sure what we're doing yet, but I'll let you guys know once we get closer. We're about 400 subscribers away. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for you guys. And yeah, with all that being said, once again, I hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.